Today I'm not in Delft because I'm in Berlin. I'm here at the Agile Lean Europe conference, and that's the background noise you're hearing. We just had a keynote by Rachel Davies, where she talked amongst other things about enterprise agility, and I'm going to discuss that with her. So Rachel, thanks for your inspiring keynote here at the Yale 2011 Unconference. After your talk, there was quite some discussion on enterprise agile. So my question would be, what is enterprise agile?
So, in my heart, I think sometimes it is something that people would like to be available. They have an enterprise situation and they want to go agile. But agile is really, at its core, taking this idea of doing things in small. Mm-hmm. So there's a complete paradox with trying to do agile and trying to do enterprise and combining the two, because agile is all about saying make very small releases with a small group of people who sit together and work together, and yet enterprises produce very large projects and are often have very many dispersed teams around the world, and that's the context that a lot of people are working in.
Okay. So the way you look at enterprise agile is really doing development work with large groups of people in large corporates. Well, I was first of all also under the impression that enterprise agile was making the whole enterprise agile, so bringing it to C-level marketing, sales, etc.
I think that definitely, so there were some interesting questions after the keynote. Some people are seeing enterprise agile as how do we make the whole enterprise agile, not just the software development part, and other people are looking at how do we use agile software development within this large organization. And I think
we all put both the same label on that.
Yes, so when people talk about enterprise agile, it's not clear what they mean.
Exactly.
But also, it's not clear how strong a sense it can be thought of as being agile. And then it becomes ineffective. And I think another part of it is looking at where the value is created and trying to make the value flow.
Yeah, so not only looking at the value of the software teams, but at the value for the whole organization, and maybe that's where Lean comes in.
Yes, exactly. I think Lean is does take the big picture view and looks at how you can really go end to end.
Okay. So Rachel, my final question. We're here at the Agile Lean Europe conference. Many agile coaches around. So if you could give one takeaway for them, how to do their work better on the enterprise level, what should that be?
So I think the key is to challenge perceptions. So if the team is telling you, oh no, that can't be changed, go to the authority that is mandating that, because often you find if you can talk to them, they're actually nice people, and so you can go to the standards guy and take that your problem to them, and they can actually help you resolve that. I think another thing that I would just add is having met all of the people here and creating this ALE network. I think it's important to maintain those connections going back after the conference and actually use those people as resources. There are a lot of people here who are in similar situations with trying to address the same challenges, and so you may find that if you're able to connect with those people, you can find some help to your problem that you're facing right at that minute.
So for every coach, the main answer would be don't be frightened to ask for help, be it in the company, be it in other positions in the company, and even to your colleagues here at the conference.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time.
Okay.
I'm going to think about it, I'm going to write, and I'll make a column thanks to your inspiration.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, all right.
After the keynote presentation by Rachel Davies, here at ALE 2011, there was a vivid discussion about enterprise agility. And I noticed, there was quite a confusion about the terms. As Rachel approached, it was mainly about how to deal with large teams, or how to deal with multiple teams that scale together, or how to deal with multi-site teams that work offshore. But of course, as a professor in distributed development, that's one aspect that's really in my interest. In addition to that, I think there is more when scaling to the corporate level. How do you organize yourself around self-steering teams? And that's really a management challenge. It's how do we deal with management in agile companies on an enterprise level? That's completely new. And the third aspect is how do we look at, let's say, the more silo way of organizing? Sales, marketing, operations, logistics. That's the way we've organized it, but now we're talking about teams that create value. How do we do that? And I think those are challenges that all fit to the enterprise agility question. And it's clear we don't have all the answers. One thing is clear for me, enterprise agility is not about software. It's not only about software, it's about creating value fast. Making the time from concept to cash as short as possible. And we need lean for that. We need an integration of agile and lean. And one thing is clear for me. For us agile coaches, it's not something we can do alone. We should ask for help, just as Rachel said. Making enterprises agile is not a single person effort. It's the effort of a team. So we should ask for help. And Frans, have you taped it?
Yeah, Rini, it's a wrap.
And what do you think about it?
Well, this ale thing reminded me of last night.
Why?
I was in an Irish pub. I drank too much ale. Ale.
That's not funny.
Damn. So I'm one day in Germany. I already lost my sense of humor.
This videoblog is sponsored by iSense Pro Awareness.